Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Nigel View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Unfortunately, been extremely busy at work, not had 5 minutes to make a video. Need to earn the shekels to pay the bills. That's the way of life. I need to show you something which I witnessed. I was quite interested to see what the outcome was, so I moved the camera and here we go. The 5th of September 2019, 51 minutes past the hour of 5. It's a Thursday and we can see our sun starting to rise through the sky. Our sun is yellow, people. How many more times do I need to say it? People look at this rising and it turns into something else. A big white LED light in the sky. Of course, that's normal, and everybody goes, yes, it's to do with the atmosphere. It's nothing to do with the atmosphere. That is technology in our sky. On the right-hand side, it is red, incredibly red. The camera really doesn't do it any justice because it brightens everything up. You can see how red it was because it's going through the trees just here. Up here, we've got a layer of whatever it is. It looks like candy floss, but it's orange. Yellow and red make orange. Over here it's very, very white, and this starts to pulsate. 23 minutes worth of video compressed into approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Many people will try to say it's just a sunrise, Nigel, and I totally agree. It is just a sunrise, but I'm looking at a split sky. This object is rising, our sun, and this object, which is red, is setting. The red spinning planet. We've seen it so many different times, and always when we get a sunrise, sunset, there always appears to be clouds hiding something on the horizon. This is moving very, very slowly. Don't forget, this is a time lapse. You can argue that these clouds are causing this redness. Of course you can, but it's not. Over here, the camera will start to pulse, and the camera slowly gets darker and darker, even though our sun seems to rise. Up here, these are not clouds, they're modified and made to hide things in our skies. If you don't believe what I'm saying, they haven't got control of our skies, there's 60,000 weather modification patents down below, and I'll leave the links to all those. That's going to keep you busy for 5 minutes. We can see this is slowly turning orange down here, but this bar at the bottom will turn completely yellow as this red object starts to set. The colour in these trees is starting to fade. Like I said, this is pulsing just over here. The white light is our sun simulator rising with our sun. That's why we don't get a yellow sun no more. It's a great big yellow gas giant in the sky. Well, think plasma. And if you don't believe what I'm saying about all these bits and pieces going on and these camera abnormalities and lens flares, why are the world government's preparing for something that's about to happen? I'm just saying there seems to be a lot going on in the world, and our skies have changed incredibly over the last 3 years. But I'm just a conspiracy theorist, and I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. Red over here, absolutely normal. So if you're saying it's these clouds that are causing the redness, then what causes the redness on these things that we're going to call our clouds? I'm sure they are. It's just water vapour, isn't it? They're hiding something in the sky. They're modifying our world so we can't see anything. It's red on these things up here. This is now completely yellow. We're getting to see our sun rise, but it will rise in a different way. At this point, the camera actually goes off for approximately 1.5 hours. It's a technical fault, but this is what happens when it comes back on. Things have now changed. This object is now white, a big white LED light in the sky. When I was a kid, it was yellow. Many people that are old enough to remember will know and understand what I'm saying. This water vapour cloud, which I'm sure it's not, makes this object look very local because this object is extremely local. It's got a lens in front of it, and you can see a part of the lens just there. This is why we get sundogs And if all the angles meet up and right time, right place, the camera's in the right, yeah, we get to see sun halos. Of course, it's just ice crystals. You've got to make your own mind up what you're looking at. I'm looking at things that are a little bit wrong. I'm going to play you the last 11 minutes worth of footage, compress it into 2 minutes. You make your own minds up. Everything in the world is rosy. Just one last point. Around this object we call our sun, it's intensely red. Down here, it's very, very orange. And yeah, oh, look, normal clouds. They wouldn't lie to us. They would tell us the truth, wouldn't they? They're just trying to save us from us. Something's going to happen. We know. If you don't believe in the planets, start looking around. Mother Nature tells us everything we need to know. When our bee population starts dying off and falling out the sky, that tells you whatever's going on up here is most definitely not good for us. Anyway, much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.
Talking about? Do you want to know what it is? Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.